Hi there, lifelong wellness students. This video is just going to give you some more in-depth instructions on how you're going to be completing your personal dietary analysis. This is a great learning experience, this assignment is, so I'm hoping that you will be open and honest about, logging your foods so you can actually learn quite a bit from this particular assignment. So the first thing I wanted to point out is if you go to your week 4 packet, you'll see that there is the instructions. Okay, so you have a few different links. So you have the personal diet analysis instructions, then you've got your food logs that you'll be filling in, then I've got the rubric here that breaks down, how I'm grading the assignment, and then I have a template in which you're going to be putting everything into. So you're going to be able to submit that template, that one document here. So if we first take a look at our diet analysis instructions, oops, let me pull up the right thing here. Okay, so we want to look at the diet analysis instructions. So what I've done is kind of put it into a 6-step process. So the first step is to record your food intake using the food logs. Now the food logs that I have given you are this. Okay, so you'll see the first page is called a totals page. So you're going to be totaling up everything for day 1 and writing it here, everything for day 2, and then for day 3. Then you have your 3 blank days. Okay, so there's day 1, there's day 2, and there's day 3. So my suggestion is to do 2 weekdays and 1 weekend day. So for 3 consecutive days, you're going to record everything you eat and drink. So my suggestion is to do like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because we eat differently sometimes on the weekends than we do the weekdays. So we want to get a good overall snapshot of what your dietary pattern looks like. So those are the 2 suggestions that I definitely would like to see you use, would be the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Once you start logging your foods, my other suggestion is to log them as you go throughout the day, or maybe even at the end of that first day, go back and log everything from the time you got out of bed. Okay, so you're going to record everything you eat and drink for each individual day. I would not wait until the end of day 3 and try to go back and think about what you ate for day 1, because that's when you're going to start to leave things out. And when we leave things out, we don't get an accurate picture of your dietary pattern. So be cautious about logging and write every single thing down. That includes, if I walk by a candy dish and I grab a handful of M&Ms, or if I'm taste testing things while I'm cooking. Beverages, everything has to be written down. So the food item is going to be listed here, and then the food group, you would just put, if it's a fruit, write a F. If it's a vegetable, write a V. If it's a grain, write a G. If it's a dairy, write a D. Right? So for the different food groups, you can put just the first letter. Okay, some foods might have more than one food group, so you might have more than one letter in this column. Serving amount. This is where you want to be very careful. So maybe, was it a cup? Was it measured in ounces? Was it teaspoons, tablespoons? Was it fluid ounces? So try to be real specific with about how much you had, and then also recording fiber, carb, fat, and protein grams. Okay, so for all of those 3 days, you're going to be logging those foods. And if you go back to my instructions, I give more detail on how you record your food intake. Okay, so under my instructions, you're definitely going to want to read through this. Okay, and also I told you how to do your calculations. Okay, so for example, if you look at the first day, you're going to total up how many grams of fat you ingested, how many grams of protein, how many grams of carb. Now we want to change grams into calories. So for fat, we simply multiply by 9 because fat has 9 calories per gram. So in this case, 58 times 9 is 522 calories. For protein and carbs, you multiply by 4. So you simply take those grams and you multiply by 4 to get the calories from protein and carbohydrate. Then you're going to just simply add those 3 numbers together, calories from fat, protein, and carbs, to get your total calories for that individual day. Okay, that's how you change grams into calories. So that's the first part of the calculations that you need to do. The second part is to calculate what percentage of your total calories came from carbs, protein, and fat. And the way you do that is you simply take your carb calories and divide them by your total calories. So in my example, I had 436 carb calories and divide that by the total calories, which was 1,098. So now my answer is going to be 40% of my total calories in this case came from carbohydrate. You do the same thing for fat. So you take your fat calories, divide them by your total calories for that day, and you get your percentages. And then lastly, do the same thing for protein. So you're going to get 3 different percentages. So that is how you're going to do the math as far as the calculations go. If you don't have a nutrition label in front of you, you can easily find the composition of foods, the nutritive data of foods by simply Googling it. Even, you can search for specific foods online, or even websites of different restaurants will list the nutritive data of different meals and food items that are listed on their particular menu. But if you don't have a food label at home, right, so there's certain ways that you can find that. So as far as filling in the food log and doing the calculations, remember the calculations, you're going to write all your totals right here. For day 1, write your totals for day 2, and write your totals for day 3. So once you're finished logging your foods and doing the math, doing the calculations and getting all of your totals, you can then move on to step number 3 in your instructions. And step number 3 is to analyze it online using a program. Okay, and the reason we do this is because it's going to give you a more detail on all your vitamins and minerals as well. Okay, because if you look just at your food log, it doesn't tell me how much vitamin C you ingested, how much, iron you ingested. So that's why we need to do Fit Day. So the website you're going to go to is this fitday.com, okay? And you're going to sign up. It's free, and you're going to create your own account. So you're going to enter in a username that you'd like to use and a password, and then you're going to create your own profile. Okay, so if we go to Fit Day, to that link, Fit Day, to the login, I've already created my account, so I'm just going to log in here. And you're going to come to a dashboard, okay? So you're going to, you're going to have to create a profile first for yourself. So it's going to ask you a few basic questions. So you're going to answer those questions, and then you're going to create your own profile. And based on that, it's going to give you your recommendations as far as this is how many calories a day you should be ingesting. This is, how many carbs, how many fat, proteins, things like that. So this can be very helpful as far as that goes. So once you've done that, you're going to start logging. So if you go across the top here, you see these links. So if you go to log food, okay, so I'm going to click on that. And then whatever day you want to log, so maybe I need to go back and log foods for, a couple days ago, okay, because I did my diet analysis for the 25th and the 26th of May. So you're just going to start by entering your foods here. So maybe if I put a banana is my first food, say, what did I have? You can change the amount, you can change the size to whatever it is you need it to be, and then you're just going to click add. Okay, so once you've done that, if you scroll down, you'll see the banana is now added to your list. So you're just going to keep entering all of the foods for each individual day like that. Once you're done entering your foods for the first day, then you've got to go back up and change the date to the next day. Okay, and enter all your foods for that day, and then do it again for the third day. So that's how you're going to enter and log your foods. Now the next thing you're going to need to do is look at your reports. So the first one is just the food log. So once you've entered all your foods for the day, you're going to see a big list here. And this is going to break down calories, fat, carb, protein. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is either cut and paste this into a document, or you could take a screenshot of it and you're going to cut and paste that into the template. So either or, if you want to somehow save this, food log, you can, or like I said, take a screenshot of it and then just upload that into your template. So that's the first report basically that I need. So you're going to need one for each day. So you're going to do the food log for the first day, the food log for the second day, and the food log for the third day. The other report I want is the total nutrition report. So if you click here, it says total nutrition. And when you scroll down, you can see you can either have a graph, okay, that shows you how much you got as far as each, a lot of your nutrients there, or you can make it a table. Now, I kind of like the table because it's easier to read. So you can, again, do a screenshot of this or save it, and you're going to upload that into your template. So you're doing a food log for each day, and then a total nutrition as well for each day. Okay, and then the third report, the last one, if you go back up here to the top, to reports, to nutrition, this is going to pop up. So I'm going to click on just the 1 week. And again, this is showing it in a graph format. Like I said, I kind of prefer the table format. So you can see the nutrition for 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 1 month. You can just choose the 1 week and be fine with that. So those are the 3 reports that you're going to be either taking a screenshot of for each day or saving it and uploading it into the template. Now, if I go back to my instructions here under step 3, I kind of explained all of that, so that's just kind of talking you through how to use the Fit Day. But once you're done with that, then you can start really analyzing your diet because you have all the data that you need. So you're going to type your answers to these questions. So you can see there are 10 different questions. Now, I was pretty specific about what I'm looking for in the length of your answer, okay? Sometimes students don't receive full points for their question. It's because they don't explain where an explanation is needed. Or maybe if I said I need at least 6 to 9 sentences and the student only wrote 2 sentences, okay? So that's why we're missing points there. So just be sure that you're fully analyzing, you're completely answering each question with detailed explanations. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to move on to step 5, which is to create your one-word document. So the template is what I was showing you earlier, right here. So the template is what you're going to put into the assignment folder. So here's those 10 questions. So you can type directly into this template. So you're going to type your answers right underneath each one of those 10 questions, okay? Once you're done with that, you're going to next copy and paste your 3 food logs, including the totals page. So remember, the food log is this one, right? So you have the totals page, and you have your day 1, day 2, and day 3. So you should have that completely filled out. So you're going to upload that into the template, okay? And then you're going to upload your Fit Day reports. Okay, so you're going to do the food log report from Fit Day, and you're going to do, I got to update this one, you're going to do the calories report from Fit Day. So if I go back, let me go back here. So you're going to do the nutrition report from Fit Day, and then if you go back to, I'm going to go back to log my foods. This is here, log food. So here I've got my first day recorded. Remember down here you've got your food log. So that's the first one. So I want to upload a food log for each day, and I want to upload a total nutrition report for each day. Okay? And then lastly, I'm going to upload a calorie report. Not a calorie, I'm sorry. A nutrition report for each day right here. So those are the 3 reports that you're going to be uploading into that template. So I need to see those reports from Fit Day, so I know that's where you're drawing, a lot of your answers from, is obviously having to look at those reports. So in a nutshell, that's how you're going to do the assignment. I did post the rubric. You do not have to upload the rubric. This is just for you to see how I break down your score and your points. There's 70 points possible for this assignment, and you can see the breakdown of those 70 points right here. So the rubric is really just for your information. You don't have to upload it with your assignment when you're completed. So that's how you're going to do the diet analysis assignment. Like I said, it's a great learning experience if you're open and honest. Hopefully you'll make some good dietary changes as a result of doing this assignment. And if you have questions, as always, if you get stuck along the way, you can always email me.